In today's Razorback Daily, we go one-on-one with Arkansas corner Kani Walker. From fall camp grind to personal growth, he shares what is fueling him ahead of this season. It's Wednesday, August 6, 2025. I'm Quinn Grovey alongside my man Matt Zimmerman. You're listening to the Razorback Daily.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. Thank you so much. Always great to have you on the Razorback Daily. And Quinn, yesterday, if you'll remember, Tara, I put out this testing on former Razorback basketball player Eric Pershke. And I said, I bet old Eric ain't listening. He says he listens every day. And today,
he was listening. He was listening. Based on that response, he was listening, Z.
8:35 a.m. He said, every day, brother. He didn't even say hello. He didn't say good morning. He didn't say, I listened to your test. I heard. He said, every day, brother.
Wait, before you even get into it, though, Z, he is right. The person he's going to talk about, or the person he hit you up with and that you sent to me, is somebody we should have mentioned their name.
I thought he was more of a lineman, defensive lineman. I guess he was a wide. You know,
oh yeah,
he was a linebacker. Yeah. Okay, he's at 8:35. Eric Pershke, who I tested on Tuesday to see is this guy listening, as he always says. He said, "Make sure you let everyone know I passed your test on tomorrow's Razorback Daily." And then the next text he sent said, "And what about Raven Caldwell, the great number 84?" And that's who Quinn's alluding to, a great linebacker. We just put him in the Hall of Honor in 2024. Raven Caldwell, Washington Redskin back in those days. And Raven Caldwell was a great one. Another guy texted me and said, how did you not talk about Grant Morgan? And then I had a third person mention to me, the old Larry Jackson, the late, great Larry Jackson from the 1970s, played in the Dan Hampton era as a linebacker. So we had some people listening, and they wanted to make sure we knew about some other great linebackers that they like. But
you know as well as anybody, because you always got these old stinking lists, where you rate somebody. You always want to rate somebody, and people are gonna let you know when their person is not on that list. And so I love that. Anytime we start talking about a position or whatever, there's always going to be people we're going to miss, and we don't have time to go through every one of them.
No.
But I love to hear from, like, my guy's not on that list. They should.
I love that too. I love that too. At least we're mentioning people and bringing their name back up.
Yeah, that's right. And so I love that aspect of it. And it's good to hear those names that everybody else talked about. And
I mean, when's the last time someone talked about Mick Thomas? You talked about him yesterday.
I did. I just thought, look, one of the reasons I brought him up is because he caused me a lot of problems. And a lot of times when you play against people, in practice or whatever it is, people who give you fits just simply because they're in the right spot all the time. That was a guy, but he did a nice job for us. He's the one who had a big pick six against Texas A&M in 1989, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we had to go down there and win a championship, and we were up on them 14-0 before you could shake a stick. But Mick Thomas got a big pick six there, and so that was cool. So Mick's one of my guys.
Yeah, I love that. Well, good stuff, and we love talking about those linebackers. We're going to talk a little bit about cornerbacks here in a minute. But camping out, that's the first
camping
episode.
Camping out with
Tara Talmadge, who's too busy to visit with us on the Razorback Daily. Oh, look at you. There she is. You look so beautiful today, Tara. Hello.
Oh, thank you. I'll take the compliment, Z. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are so welcome. What's going on, Tara? How you doing? And how's Hogs Plus doing?
Hogs Plus is doing great. We're getting busy. This is one of the most fun times of the year with all the football stuff going on right now. As you mentioned, we've got camping out. The first episode was last night, and it was all about the Arkansas defense. You guys know I love talking with Coach Travis Williams. He's always so energetic and fun to be around.
Yeah.
And he said a lot of great stuff about this Arkansas defense. I remember when we were you were there when we were at Farrell's for the coaches event. I remember Coach Woodson said something along the lines of, like, this is the most talented secondary that I've seen since I've been at Arkansas. And so I asked Coach T-Will about that, and he agreed. And so they're really excited about the depth that they have at a lot of different positions. And then we also talked with Steven Dix Jr. We talked with Cam Ball, who you guys know is just an absolute character. In fact, you know what? I've got a clip I could show you guys. That
let's check
it out. You guys would really like this. It was so fun. He, when you give Cam a mic,
he goes nuts.
You never know what's going to happen there. Here we go.
That's like Matt Zimmerman.
Yeah, no, it is true. That's a very accurate point that you make there.
She says we gotta hold on
to what we got. If we make it or not, we got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear.
Oh,
so good.
Living on a prayer.
Oh my gosh.
We have a good time. Q, you should be there for our next show.
Yes, he should. There's not many, Tara, on that football team will ham it up and sing like Cam Ball right there. He was
you know what's funny? We didn't even ask. He just started doing that.
He had Steven Dix right there with him.
Yeah, exactly. We were getting ready for the shot, and he just started going. But I love that. It's sad that, this is like his last fall camp, his last season. I'm going to miss Cam. He's been such a joy to be around.
You're going to miss him. He's going to be working for Hogs Plus at some point in time after he gets out of the NFL.
He's going to be in the NFL, hopefully for a little while. Hopefully we'll be busy.
You know what? Once he's done, we would love to have him.
Well, that's awesome. He looked good, and we're anxious to listen to what all that is. I'm going to go back. I did not get to listen to it Tuesday night, so I'm anxious to go and listen to that. You can do it on Hogs Plus. Great stuff. And staying on the defensive side, Quinn, great Razorback cornerbacks, because we do get to visit here with a Razorback cornerback. So not necessarily safeties, but these cornerbacks throughout history. Batman Carroll, Richard Brothers. He was a great cornerback.
You keep going. Great. You go the greats every time we do a position, don't we? I mean, a position group. Do I need to be prepared for that every time we do a position group? You going to talk about the greats?
I just like bringing up history, and really cornerback is not one that we throw, enough out. Hey, look at my man, Buster Brown. He's playing in the NFL, former Razorback cornerback.
Yeah.
Danny Walters, was he a cornerback? Remember that way back in the day?
I don't know if he was a corner or a safety. I don't know.
He may have been more of a safety. Danny Walters. There's been some great cornerbacks. Or anybody else that stands out with you, Quinn, that you remember back in time?
There's a guy I loved and a lot of people don't talk about. He was shorter and smaller. A guy named Lawrence Richardson.
Oh, yes.
Tall guy. He could get after you. He could make a play. And you talked about Richard Brothers, but I loved Anthony Cooney as well. Anthony Cooney was a great cornerback for us. And so golly, I think he's from Morrilton. God dang it.
Spencer Brown?
Spencer was there too. Yeah, Spencer was a solid one too. But anyway.
No. Do you remember Kevin Anderson?
That's it, Kevin Anderson. Damn, I can't believe I forgot KA like that.
Yeah, Kevin Anderson.
Kevin Anderson was a solid cornerback, and he was a guy that always looked good in his uni. I love guys who look good in their uni. KA, he was a beast as well. So we've had some great corners as well. I love how you bring that up, even though I wasn't prepared for it, but I love how you bring
That's a tougher position. The cornerback is a tougher position.
And Curtis Banks was one for us as well. Curtis Banks on my teams. Curtis Banks was really, really good. So I love all that, man. Look, the very first time that I was there and I saw, I was watching practice and I saw Houston Nutt was walking up and down the sideline. We were in the indoor arena and Lawrence Richardson picked off a pass and went down the sideline. He looked at me and was like, I got me one. I said, you do have you one. There's no doubt about it. He was awesome. But I love the cornerback position. And the thing about the cornerback position, Z, is they're going to allow you to do so much more. If you got two corners even 3. You drop one onto the inside in the slot, he can cover that slot person. If you got 3 guys that can cover one-on-one, you got to feel very comfortable. And I think that along with Kani and everybody we got coming back, we've got an opportunity to play a little bit more man. You can't play man if you don't have somebody that can cover. Yeah. And if you got somebody that can cover for just a little bit to make that quarterback think that he is not going to have an opportunity to get that football off, then that's going to allow that pressure to get to him really, really fast, force a bad decision. So I think, the coaches feel good about the corners that they have. So Kani Walker is on deck right now.
Yep. Before we talk to Kani, here's the Arkansas career interception leaders. Number 1, this isn't deep. This is all obviously not cornerbacks. It can be, other D-back safeties. Number 1, the greatest safety probably we've ever had.
Steve Atwater.
14, interception. Number 2, Gary Adams, 13 interceptions. And then we have 4 guys in third tied with 12 interceptions in their career. Tommy Trantham, who was in the 60s. Lewis Campbell, Coach Campbell, who was in the 70s.
Campbell.
Here's one, Quinn, you'll remember. Orlando Waters. He had 12.
Biggest punt return versus Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Tremaine Thomas, 08 through 011, also had 12 safety. And then number 7, he's the only guy that's ever had 11, is one of the players you mentioned, Anthony Cooney. He was here 86 to 89. In the 8th place, there's 3 guys with 10, George Walker in the 50s, Jim Reinhart in the 40s, and Louis Shafley in the 40s.
Louis Shafley. Louis actually ended up being a referee.
Really?
Yeah. Louis Shafley ended up being a referee.
Louis Shafley. Yeah. Well, there's our top 10 interception leaders in Razorback history. Maybe we'll have somebody break that top 10 here soon. Here's Razorback cornerback Kani Walker. McDonald Eye Associates has been serving Northwest Arkansas for almost 50 years. We have beautiful new offices in Fayetteville and in Rogers to serve our patients. McDonald Eye is the leader in LASIK and cataract surgery, helping patients reduce or eliminate dependence on glasses and to see their best. McDonald Eye Associates of Northwest Arkansas. Home is more important than ever, and Arvest Bank is here to help you with all of your home loan needs for a new home, a refinance, or maybe just making improvements to your current home. That's a really, really big deal. Check it out. Arvest.com/home for me. Arvest.com/home for me. Equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval. Whether you're seeking relief from everyday aches and pains or looking to maintain that healthy and active life, the Joint Chiropractic can help you. They offer a $29 new patient special, includes an exam, a consultation, and an adjustment. Walk-ins are always welcome, open evenings and weekends to fit your busy schedule. The Joint has locations all across Little Rock and NWA to make chiropractic care a convenient part of your routine. Visit thejoint.com. The Joint Chiropractic. You're back, baby. All right, here we are back on the Razorback Daily. We've got a special guest with us today. We're excited to talk to him for the first time, Kani Walker. Kani, welcome to the Razorback Daily.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you having me on this podcast.
Hey, you bet. Well, we get a lot of Razorback fans that listen. They love to listen to our players and our coaches, and we're fortunate being tied into the Razorbacks like we are that we get so many chances to sit down and visit. You're a defensive back from Suwanee, Georgia, Douglas County High School by way of the University of Oklahoma. I guess that's a Division I school. I'm not sure. And just kidding. Just kidding. We got a bust off.
Depends on who watching. You might step on some toes.
I know. We're just kidding. We got respect for OU. But man, what's it been like for you since you got to Fayetteville and the University of Arkansas?
Honestly, it's been some adjusting to. Like definitely different from what I've been used to, especially coming from a school of 3 years. It was definitely different from like anything that I was familiar of, because like I'm so used to just it being a lot of more so business that I end up having to see as time went on. So I had to actually figure out what I wanted and what was really going to be the best for me in the situation, with me already being in college for a couple years now. And the first thing I was looking for was like somebody that was going to also like be family orientated, because like
Mm-hmm.
I have a fiance and I don't play about her, and I take good care of her, and I make sure,
Yeah.
like, I try to make sure everything is the best the way it can be. So seeing them come in and like brace her first before me was like one of the check marks, like the biggest check mark I ever like had to really witness, because like if she ain't happy, I'm concerned. So
Right.
if that don't make nothing right, then it ain't gonna do it. So like we already had a connection. Like I've already had a connection with T. Will, Coach Wilson, even Coach Wilson before he left. Like shout out to Coach Wilson. I had a good connection with him. Like he went out his way to even call me and let me know like when it was time for him to go. So like I got a good relationship with them guys, and then coming in and actually working out with Coach Souders and Coach Satch and all them guys, like working out with Coach Souders and Satch and Tommy, that was a little too familiar for me, because like I had them strength coaches when I was at Louisville, like my very first year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's like full circle for you when you were a young guy.
Literally, as soon as I got there, I was like, man, this is a full circle, ain't it? Like, what is going on? And then, like, as soon as they seen me, like, they laughed. And as soon as Tommy seen me, like, they was laughing. And I was like, man, here we go. Because I already know what I'm finna get. But also, like, them boys put in great work. They push me to put in great work, like, every single day. Like, just because they've seen me before doesn't mean that, like, I still don't got to uphold my standard and be better within my standard. And like they hold me up to that point.
Now, for those watching on Hogs Plus, you can see Kani here looking sharp. And then for those that are just listening through the podcast, he's got his jersey on, but he's got that SEC graduate patch on there. You've already got a college degree. How about that? Talk about that.
Hey, honestly, it's the biggest achievement. I ain't never had nobody like coming from my mom's side or neither my dad's side to like graduate. So
wow.
I was just like, man, I thought about this my freshman year. I was like, man, I will sit here and be a fool if I got this and I ain't even, some of this stuff I ain't even dream of. And now I can go way and beyond, and why not?
Yeah.
Even with all my stuff when it come to school and all that. Of course, I didn't understand being a freshman because like being young, and I'm like, school, I don't know. But like getting old, like once it hit my next year after that, though, it was like, man, I'm locked. Like it ain't nothing that's gonna stop me from getting everything that I want. So when it comes from this degree and all that, and I knew like I couldn't buck from it at all, because like anytime I'd be like try to brush it off, like everything in the universe would come back and tell me like, nah, dude, like this is for you. Like you can't hide this, you can't run from it.
Yeah. No, that's big. And you've been through a lot. You've had a journey. You've really traveled through your journey. And I know all those stops helped you. And you got this college degree. You go through an injury, but you're experienced. You've been through all that. And I know the coaches feel like you're really going to be a key part of what happens for the Razorbacks on that defensive side this year. Just talk about how you feel knowing that people are counting on you.
Honestly, I just feel like a normal day, to be honest. Like I've always
You've
had a
been
lot
through
of people. Yeah, I've always had a lot of people count on me. So, and I always held that chip on my shoulder. I feel like my pops, before he passed away, I feel like he was counting on me. I feel like I was counting on him, but I also feel like I was counting on myself to end up going to like be able to see him before he passed away. Rest in peace to him. But like I've always feel like I've had that chip on my shoulder. So like pressure ain't never felt nothing to me. Like when I feel pressure or when I feel butterflies, I laugh to the point where like I know like, oh yeah, this is your moment, dude. Like I don't get nervous. Like butterfly nervous, nah, it's more for like butterfly, like check in with yourself right here. Like this is your moment. You know what it is. Like, okay, let's do it. I don't brace from nothing. I don't back down from nothing. Especially coming from like being in a gauntlet, like, and having to be that starter and all that stuff, like you can't back down from nothing, especially SEC. What you backing down for?
Yeah. Well, you played in good leagues and you've been in the SEC. You got to feel like it's prepared you for this last season.
Oh no, most definitely, because That last year, oh my God. That's memory lane of that was bad. Like, somebody from losing top 5 receivers in the country from injuries, not even making it to the season, to having a whole season of hardship, probably 40, 50 plays a game. And I genuinely feel like it got me ready for it, because like it ain't nothing that ain't been out here that ain't finna get repeated by some of these coaches, or ain't finna get repeated. Like, yeah, people will switch up their games and tweak their games around, but like actually being in the biggest of the biggest conference, like, done helped me show like, okay, on Sundays you gonna get this. It's just gonna be a little faster. On Sundays you gonna get this. It's just gonna be a little bit more fast paced, or the read might be faster, or this might not be the first read on Sunday, but this might be the first read on Saturday. So like it definitely, like, it taught me a different game. And also like I get that from like coming from like Coach Valai and Coach Venables. Like they helped me like study the game to the T, of the point where like I know the margin for error of stuff is like so small, so you can't hesitate on nothing. You got to read every key that you see and go. And even coming with Coach Perry, like that, I met him now, and he coming from the Seahawks, and he knows a lot of stuff. Like he really remind me of like Coach Valai, but also like it makes sense. Like he originated from Bama, so like I was like, okay, I know what I'm working with, and I know like I'm gonna get the best out of him, and he gonna always get the best out of me. So like, I like Arkansas. Moral of the story, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Arkansas.
Well, what I like what you just said there a lot. I like a lot what you said. I love what you bragged on your former coaches. You know, some guys leave and they have a different mindset, or they're afraid to say anything good. I love the fact that you brag on Coach Venables. You brag on your position coach. I think that shows some maturity by you.
Oh yeah, no, like I feel like you degrading your coach, knowing that you learned something from there, like I feel like that wouldn't be right. And also like I feel like you wouldn't obtain knowledge if you are degrading your coach like that. Like, yeah, you might have had like whatever, like you might have some things or some differences where like you may have not liked your coach here and there, or you may have not just wanted to be around your coach here and there. But like at the end of the day, like they there to teach you something. So either if you get that, if you retain that, or you leave off with it and become a little bit more arrogant. So like, and seeing that from other people's shoes, it's like, okay, you can't be that person. You can't be arrogant, because that's not how you grow. That's not how you learn and develop. And that's not a good way to like live out through life, because if you sit there and you still be stuck somewhere, you be arrogant, be like, oh nah, like them coaches tripping. Oh nah, like stuff like that, it ain't gonna get you nowhere but like on the street somewhere, blaming yourself.
So Kani, when you talk about, a receiving core, I mean, you've covered a lot of different types of receivers. But where me being the color analyst for the football radio broadcast, where I get a lot of information is from you guys going against one another. So when you think about that receiving core, I mean, we got a bunch of new guys on the hill trying to make things happen. I mean, you're new as well. But which of those receivers, like, do you like, man, I hate going against this guy. This guy's always gonna give me a problem. Is there a problem guy out there?
I don't hate. I bring it. I don't hate. I bring it. I don't care about none of that. It don't matter about a jersey. Like, it don't matter about a number. It don't matter about a name. You don't even know. It don't even matter about who you was before you even got here. You gotta line up with me. So at the end of the day, all that blanks out the moment you line up with me.
No, that's good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I got it. I got that.
Ain't even being cocky. It's just like, it's real. Like, it don't matter. All that hype don't matter unless you gotta get right here and you gotta make your move. And you better make sure it's your best move.
You stay on those guys, man. You're pushing those guys.
I try to do the best I can to make sure this team's a better place before I leave.
Yeah. No, you're gonna do that. What kind of player are you? You just said a little bit of what kind of player you are, but for our fans that hadn't seen Kani Walker, what are they going to see when the season hits? What are they going to see from you running around out there?
A dog, competitor, always in and out. I play 60 snaps hurt before I let somebody mess up or mess up a routine and stuff. Like, I'm willing to do everything beyond and so forth. And I take a lot of accountability for even stuff that like I wouldn't even say like I would be accountable for. And I wouldn't sit here and like blame nobody. I'm not like, you gonna get a real man like when you see him out on the field, like even if stuff do not go right then and there, like you're gonna watch it get fixed and watch a crazy play just happen. Like it's gonna be a lot of crazy plays going on. Like I'm telling you, I'm coming through tripping like the whole season. So if you see me slouching, like I don't even blame you for even texting my phone or whatever and be like, hey bro, like you was tripping today, like I cool, I got you, like that's on me because I'm on 10. Like I've been on 10 since January and I ain't finna stop being on 10. I'm telling you, you can ask these boys whenever you see them, like you can ask them like what can I been on? It ain't nothing but 10.
I love it.
From being on my same side of the field, from the opposite side of the field. I ain't played no games with nobody, and this team know that. So I hope they respect that.
He turned up.
I literally low key just turned up. Like I'm in that mode. Like I'm in that mode, man.
Well, we can't wait to see you. You're gonna be wearing 13, right? That's what they tell us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, y'all look for number 13, Kani Walker. He's gonna be flying around the field, making a lot of plays. And Kani, have a great season. We're gonna be pulling for you. We're glad you're here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all for having me here. It was a pleasure talking to y'all.
All right, Z and Tara, as we get ready to wrap up this edition of the Razorback Daily. Z, I got to tell you, I mean, when I was singing at the top of my lungs with Cam Ball on that video, you know, I mean, that's a great song. I mean, Living on a Prayer. And so, like, your office is right next to mine here in the Razorback Foundation.
Yes.
But there are other people across the hall. And so I'm sitting here and I get a text from Debbie Scoggin. And she's like, open your door so I can hear you sing.
She can hear you from her office.
I mean, you know, look, that's a song that you just got to say, forget great about song. It. I'm going top of my lungs. That song right there, Living on a Prayer, and then Tom Cochran, Life is a Highway, you got to go straight to the top of your lungs. I don't care if you're at a stoplight and people are looking at you. I mean, you got to go hard. And so I did that. And we got people across the hall saying, just open up the door and let's get the karaoke going. So Debbie, we're going to get some karaoke going, but not today. I just want to let you know we wanted to recognize that. But it was good to see that whole video with Cam and all that kind of stuff. Very cool stuff with Camping Out with Tara to take a listen to Stephen Dix and Cam Ballsy.
Oh, that's awesome. And we talked about his big personality, and we just hope he has a tremendous season. Stay healthy. He's an older guy. That experience should pay off for these Arkansas Razorbacks. And we're going to get to see it. We got a great football schedule. We got some good games, starting with Alabama A&M on August 30th. Folks, there's still tickets. We hadn't made a big push in Little Rock, but there's still a few tickets left. Now, don't get it confused. There's been a lot of tickets sold, thousands and thousands of tickets sold in the Little Rock game, but there are still a few out there. Get them while you can for the Razorbacks versus Arkansas State.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh. All right, I'll leave it right there.
you don't want to have a Z jump in there?
No, he didn't want to join. He didn't want to join.
I was listening to that. I loved it.
Living on a prayer.
I feel like Z is usually the one who's singing.
I am.
I know.
I can't get that high. I can't get
you go falsetto.
You
go falsetto. Drop in that falsetto, man. It's all good. But that's all right. But that's how we're going to end this edition of the Razorback Daily, a Sport and Story production. I'm Quinn Grovey alongside my man Matt Zimmerman, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Oh,
we're halfway there. Oh,
we're living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer, living on a prayer.